Hi, and welcome to Bull Profits Monday Market Talk for the week of July 13th, 2020. I'm Amber Lancaster, and in this week's update, be prepared to hear how 2020 is not a year of transition, no, but actually a year of transformation. This transformation is so sweeping that we've uncovered one of the best investment plays for this change, and you'll find out more about that investment pick shortly. But before I begin, please make sure to subscribe to, comment on, and share this YouTube channel, the Paul Mampilla YouTube channel, with your family and your friends. This is an investment channel with the Main Street stock investors in mind. So to follow Paul and me on Twitter, you can find us at Mampilla Guru and at A Lancaster Guru. So let's get started. The underpinnings of the stock market, in particular, the America 2.0 stock market, are very solid. As Paul and the Bull Profits team have laid out over the last few months, the rocket scenario recovery in our recommended stocks is very much in play. So if you're new to the America 2.0 concept, Paul coined the term to describe a new economic and manufacturing boom that is being absolutely driven by a variety of next-gen technological innovations, industrial upgrades, and consumer trends. And it adds up to what he describes as the fourth industrial revolution that will remake the world we live in and the U.S. manufacturing sector. Right now, we see three major economic effects that are spurring the America 2.0 stock market recovery. These three golden nuggets were revealed in our latest weekly internal investment team meeting. We are calling them the 3 R's: repurchase, require, and restock. So first, as Paul mentioned in the meeting, as local economies reopen, we will have to repurchase all of the items that we've consumed during this pandemic. Now, as a personal example, for me, I don't know about you, but I am a big fan of Clorox disinfecting wipes for years, actually. It's been an absolute bear trying to find this product to buy it in my local stores or even online in recent months. They were once plentiful. They were everywhere on every shelf, and now, at least for me, they are absolutely nowhere to be found. So they're at the very top of my household's repurchase list. Then second, we'll be required to make items to meet current and future demand. This demand, which is going to be greater as we get out and about and go back to our normal day-to-day activities, and will be higher than what they were, obviously, when we were sheltering in place. Then the third is the restocking, or as Paul rephrased it, re-inventorying of the world just based on the America 1.0 economic concept, which most relies on just-in-time inventory. And just-in-time inventory, as presented in this illustration, is when a company keeps only as much inventory as it needs during the production process based on customer orders. So it's important to note that this type of inventory is no longer a realistic proposition under current conditions. And as Paul noted, quote, "We understand that a pandemic can happen and that we need to have stores of inventory on hand so we can deal with it. Then the reindustrialization and restoring of our country takes place, all of which means that the level of economic activity is going to be significantly higher than what we have experienced any time recently." It's almost like we had closed a curtain on one version of the world when the pandemic was beginning. And as we come out of it, it's definitely a slope up, end quote. So a great representation of this potential upward slope is seen in the NASDAQ. If you're looking for an America 2.0 index, look no further than NASDAQ. Paul sees the NASDAQ as an America 2.0 index. And as seen in this comparison chart, technology stocks in the NASDAQ have room to grow. This chart shows the NASDAQ 100 is nowhere near the 1990 stock surge and can rocket higher. The index surged 929% 5 years up to March 2000 peak. And in 5 years ended this past Thursday, it's up 147%. And as you can see in the green dotted double arrow on the right side of the chart, that's the gap or the distance between these gains, which tells us that tech has great potential for room to grow. And seeing this likely opportunity for future gains, I have to ask you, Bull Profits Nation, are you gung-ho in investing in America 2.0 technology stocks? Would love to know. So Paul concludes with this quote that the markets are so strong. This is why there's such a strong bid under so many stocks. It's also why there is such a strong bid, especially in America 2.0 stocks. The demand is going to be skyrocketing, everyone, whether it be electric trucks, electric cars, or new energy stocks, end quote. So that leads me to why 2020, yes, 2020 is the year of transformation, and not just any transformation, no, but the new energy and the electric vehicle era of transformation. Simply put, Bull Profits Nation, America is due for an energy upgrade, and Paul found a company at the forefront of it all. To find out more about this #1 stock for America's new energy revolution, click the strong hands icon over my left shoulder. The technology behind the new energy revolution is so powerful that it's protected by 100 different patents, all owned by this one company Paul has found. So click the strong hands icon to find out more. And you see the global renewable energy market, it was valued at $928 million in 2017 and is expected to reach $1.5 billion by 2025. So new energy, also known as renewable energy, it comes in multiple forms. Here are the top 7 for 2020. They are solar, wind, hydrogen, ocean, hydro, geothermal, and bioenergy. And all 7 of these energy sources are great investment opportunities for 2020 and beyond. Take solar, for instance. This Bloomberg New Energy Finance or Bloomberg NEF chart shows how residential solar system average price and costs from California to Australia have steadily declined, thereby helping more homeowners around the world find local solar installers with competitive pricing, thus boosting the home solar panel and roof system boom. Plus, the phenomenon known as mini grids, the mini grid sector, has historically been dominated by diesel and hydropower, but not anymore. Mini grids, as seen in this illustration, supply power to rural areas in emerging countries. So mini grids have seen a shift and surge towards solar mini grids. And as this tech share operational mini grid chart shows, Bloomberg NEF quote states that some 55% of operating mini grids incorporated solar technology at the end of 2019, a more than 5-fold increase from 10%, just 10% in 2009. So this, everyone, this is big energy transformation news. And lastly, on the battery electric vehicle or BEV front, Bloomberg states that metals are back in the spotlight, battery metals, and it's because of the angst in the pandemic. Well, it's disrupting supplies. And there's signs of EV demand recovery. So Bloomberg NEF has, quote, raised its 2020 passenger EV sales forecast 16% to 1.97 million units, all because of the battery deficit. We're also seeing that Tesla overtook Toyota as the world's most valuable automaker after Q2 deliveries boosted expectations for its electric car sales. European stimulus spending has focused on green projects, including support for EV makers and charging infrastructure, end quote. And to put the EV revolution demand in perspective, look no further than the Netherlands, as reported by the Next Web. In just 8 days, The Dutch have used up $11.3 million worth of subsidies to support the purchase of new EVs. Quote, the subsidy was announced back in February of this year, but came into effect on July 1st. While it took 8 days for the whole budget to be depleted, used up 44% of the requests actually were in by noon, the very first day the subsidy was available, end quote. So this attests to the sheer popularity of EVs. And as you can see, the technology transformation and the electric and new energy market, for me, I just see it as simply astounding. So remember to click the Strong Hands icon right over my shoulder here to find out more about Paul's #1 stock for America's new energy revolution. And if you're looking for an all-encompassing exchange-traded fund or ETF play for this market, consider buying the ALPS Clean Energy ETF, ticker ACES. This ETF invests in companies that provide the products and services which enable the evolution of a more sustainable energy sector. And finally, turning toward the U.S. economic week ahead, there will be 8 major economic releases. On Tuesday, June Consumer Price Index month over month will post at 8:30 a.m. On Wednesday, MBA weekly mortgage applications and Empire Manufacturing will post at 8:30 a.m. June industrial production month over month will post at 9:15 a.m. On Thursday, June retail sales advanced month over month and weekly jobless claims will post at 8:30 a.m. And on Friday, June housing starts and July preliminary University of Michigan sentiment will post at 8:30 a.m. and 10 a.m. respectively. And of these releases, we'll be keeping a very close eye on June's industrial production, in which survey estimates show a potential increase of 4.6%. And with New York State's reopening, the July Empire manufacturing number should show a nice gain as well. So in conclusion, please feel free to email us at boldprofits@banyanhill.com with your general questions. We'll soon be adding an email mailbag segment to the update. We would also like to invite you, Bold Profits Nation, to be featured on Monday Market Talk in a video interview with yours truly. You can sit down with me in a pre-recorded fun interview where we can chat about your stock trades, your trading experiences, your gains, your wins, fun factoids about your lives, your pets, and what you do. Again, email me at boldprofits@banyanhill.com if you are interested. So thank you everyone for tuning in this week, and until next time, have a safe, healthy week ahead. Take care.